Hello, dietitian.
Hello, sir.
I'm here again. You know I don't joke with my health. At the same time, I want to enjoy my life. Please advise me on what to consider when choosing my swallow. You know that as an African man, I love my swallow.
Well, we have you covered, though. Go for something delicious, nutritious, with lower glycemic index.
Meaning?
It won't spike your blood sugar.
Great.
You should have a high satiety index too.
Please explain.
Meaning, little quantity eaten fills you up and keeps you satisfied for a longer period so that you won't overeat.
Wow. So do you have any recommendations?
Of course, yes. CNC Plantain Smart Mix.
I knew it. I knew I could count on you.
Thanks, Chief. But remember that moderation is important.
Of course. I am ordering a carton right now from the supermarket.
CNC Plantain Smart Mix is a unique blend of unripe plantain and millet in calculated proportions. It is a product of CNC Smart Foods. Grab a pack at Onigbinde Stores, Flourish Supermarket, Murtala Mohammed Way, New Rainbow, Exceptional and Lycon Supermarkets in Rayfield, Lamed, Dilimi and Myconi Pharmacies, as well as several shops near you. You can also call 0904-675-8079 or 0708-987-3497 to order or visit www.cncsmartfoods.com for more details. CNC Smart Foods. Eat smart. Live well. Dietitian Michelle is a registered dietitian in Nigeria, an expert with over 10 years in practice, a seasoned professional in diet calculation and planning, the co-founder of Citadel Nutrition Consult, author of several ebooks on weight loss and diabetes management, member of the British Dietetic Association, UK, member of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria, holder of certificate in diabetes care from the University of Warwick in the UK, holder certificate in exercise prescription for the prevention and treatment of disease, Trinity College, Dublin, holder certificate on nutrigenomics for professionals of nutrition. Dietitian Michelle is a registered dietitian in Nigeria, an expert with over 10 years in practice, a seasoned professional in diet calculation and planning, the co-founder of Citadel Nutrition Consult, author of several ebooks on weight loss and diabetes management, member of the British Dietetic Association, UK, member of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria, holder of certificate in diabetes care from the University of Warwick in the UK, holder certificate in exercise prescription for the prevention and treatment of disease, Trinity College, Dublin, holder certificate on nutrigenomics for professionals of nutrition.
This is Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food experts. So today we are going back to our topic for the month, hypertension diet. Remember, I already talked about potassium in foods. Potassium is a mineral that helps to regulate the sodium in our body. And today I'm going to be talking about sodium, which is the particular mineral found in food that, if not eaten in the right amount, can lead to a high blood pressure. And, you know, that will not be good for you. When you overwork your heart muscles, when you overwork your system, you're putting yourself at risk. And you don't want that. You want to eat everything in the right amount so that your body will work properly. So today, on this month series of hypertension diet, I'm going to be talking about sodium. But before then, let me give you a little gist about my outing to Lagos. It was really interesting. I was happy to be there. I'm sure you know that teaching is my hobby. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. It's one thing that Michelle can do, even if I am not paid. Although I'm not saying you should tell me that you won't pay. I like it when I'm well paid. These people that invited me to Lagos, they didn't invite me because I am the best dietitian in the world, or because I came out with a first class. I didn't. Yeah, my mates, like 2 or 3 of them had first class. I didn't make a first class, so I wasn't top of the class. But that doesn't mean that I didn't do well. I came out with 2-1, upper 2-1, so I still passed. I did well in nutrition and dietetics. But what I'm saying is that my passion is actually what drives me. My passion to see that people are eating healthy. My passion to see that you are making wise choice. My passion to say that, oh, I know the effects of this food, and because of what I have learned from Dietitian Michelle, I am not going to eat this. I am going to eat the other food. That is all. That is all that drives me. And when people come in contact with me, when they listen to me, when they hear me, they see that, they sense it, they feel it, they know that, look, this lady really wants me to eat healthy. And that is why people can call me from different places, pay for flights, accommodation, feeding, and say, look, I want you to come and talk to us. That is Dietitian Michelle. And they weren't disappointed, when they start making comments like, oh, wow, you really speak like someone who has authority, not just internet information, not just from Google. You broke down things that used to confuse us. We're able to make it simple. And what would you say? That is passion. So, Dietitian Michelle is here for you. I am the Just, and so let's enjoy Dietitian Michelle. And if you feel that this 30 minutes program on JFM is too short to help you really understand how to eat healthy, then of course Dietitian Michelle is available for you to consult. All you have to do is to call, text, or WhatsApp the dietitian numbers to book a consultation with Dietitian Michelle. The phone lines 0904 675 8079, 0904 675 8079. You can also call the second lines to reach the dietitian 0708 987 3497, 0908 987 3497. You can call, you can text, you can send a WhatsApp message, I want to speak to a dietitian, or you can even be specific, I want to consult Dietitian Michelle, and you'll be told what to do. So, welcome again to Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. I'm going to be talking about sodium in foods and how you can limit your sodium intake. Just stay with me after this break.
Hello, dietitian.
Hello, sir.
I'm here again. You know I don't joke with my health. At the same time, I want to enjoy my life. Please advise me on what to consider when choosing my swallow. You know that as an African man, I love my swallow.
Well, we have you covered, though. Go for something delicious, nutritious, with lower glycemic index.
Meaning?
It won't spike your blood sugar.
Great.
You should have a high satiety index too.
Please explain.
Meaning, little quantity eaten fills you up and keeps you satisfied for a longer period so that you won't overeat.
Wow. So do you have any recommendations?
Of course, yes. CNC Plantain Smart Mix.
I knew it. I knew I could count on you.
Thanks, Chief. But remember that moderation is important.
Of course. I am ordering a carton right now from the supermarket.
CNC Plantain Smart Mix is a unique blend of unripe plantain and millet in calculated proportions. It is a product of CNC Smart Foods. Grab a pack at Onigbinde Stores, Flourish Supermarket, Murtala Mohammed Way, New Rainbow, Exceptional and Lycon Supermarkets in Rayfield, Lamed, Dilimi and Myconi Pharmacies, as well as several shops near you. You can also call 0904 675 8079 or 0708 987 3497 to order, or visit www.cncsmartfoods.com for more details. CNC Smart Foods. Eat smart. Live well.
Welcome back to Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. This month we're talking about hypertension diet. The first episode, I explained potassium in food, a mineral that helps to regulate sodium in food. And I also said that this mineral and sodium should exist in a ratio 2:1. Yes, so if you take, for instance, 2,500 milligrams of sodium, you should be obtaining about 5,000 milligrams of potassium to have a normal blood pressure. Now, if you missed this episode, please, you can go to my YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle, and you will listen to it and learn to know the foods that are rich in potassium that you can add to your food so that it can help balance your sodium, the sodium in the body, to have a normal blood pressure. Then last week, I left a message, a recorded message on plantain smack mix, a unique blend of unripe plantain flour and millet that is also rich in this mineral potassium. Now today, I will talk about sodium in foods. Now, sodium is a mineral. It exists naturally in our foods like legumes, like nuts, granules. Yes, if you notice, when you roast your nuts and you eat it, even without adding salt, it's still tasty. Why? Because naturally it has sodium in it. Now, is sodium bad? No. But too much sodium is bad because it can raise your blood pressure above normal. So the question is, what is the recommended sodium intake that can keep the blood pressure at a normal rate? Now, what we recommend is 2,500 milligrams of sodium every day. That is under normal circumstance. If you're not hypertensive, if you don't have a kidney problem, then that is what we recommend. But when there is now a kidney problem, or when blood pressure is too high or uncontrolled, then when planning the diet, we have to reduce this from 2,500 milligrams to about 2,000 or 1,500, and in some serious cases to even 1,200 milligrams, just so that the system can become normal. So now let's assume that there is no complication. Let's assume that there is no problem at all. What we recommend is 2,500 milligrams of sodium. How can you measure that? It's simple. A teaspoon of salt has 2,500 milligrams of sodium, and that is all you need for the day. So, are you taking too much salt? That is a question you should be asking yourself. Do you sprinkle food? Do you now know why doctors and dietitians and nutritionists tell you that don't add salt, raw salt to your food? Yes, this is part of the reason, because salt has already been used to cook that food for you. Remember that even our seasoning cubes contain sodium in it. So after you have cooked with salt, why are we adding salt to it? Again, you should learn to cook your foods with natural herbs like turmeric, like ginger, like garlic, and many other natural herbs that we have, just so that we can reduce the amount of salt we cook with. Because too much salt, yes, it actually affects our blood pressure. It struggles. I don't want to go into details telling you all about too much sodium and how it draws water and increases blood pressure and all that. Just know that when you take too much salt, it's not good for the system. So what are the simple tips that you can apply to reduce your salt intake? I'm going to give you about 6. Just try to remember them and practice. Put into practice what you are learning. You are going to be glad. You're going to be happy that you are trying these things. You must not even try all 100%. I can give you so many tips. Even if it's one that you pick and you apply, I tell you that in the future you will reap the results, you will reap the outcome. You will be glad that you made these little practical, simple changes. So, to reduce your salt intake, sodium particularly, because sodium is the major concern when it has to do with salt. So to reduce your sodium intake so that you are not taking more than 2,500 milligrams, apply these simple principles. Number 1, when you are cooking and you're using seasoning cubes, or you have someone who is cooking, ensure that you don't use more than 1 seasoning cube per person. So if you're cooking, if you're going to cook lunch, you're going to cook dinner, make sure that you don't take more than a cube in a day, because you're going to be getting sodium from there. You're also going to be getting sodium from the salt that you're going to add to the food. Now, we are not talking about the sodium that exists naturally in other foods. When you put all that together, if you don't limit the salt you use in cooking, if you don't limit the seasoning cubes you use in cooking, then you add the sodium that exists naturally in foods, you might be taking too much. You might be taking more than 2,500. So since you want to eat natural foods, you want to eat things, you want to eat other products, you want to eat other foods, then the best thing you can do is to reduce what you cook with. Reduce what you cook with. If you count the number of people you're cooking for, or if you just tell yourself, I want to cook so number of portions, I want to cook 5 portions, I want to cook 7 portions, I want to cook 10 portions of food, then reduce the seasoning cubes to about half of that. Augment with a little salt, add natural herbs and spices to your food. That's number one way. Number 2 is, when you're cooking foods like rice, like pasta, like yam, like plain plantain, don't add salt. Don't add salt to these. You might wonder, oh, the taste might be too bland. Look, God has blessed us. Do you know that if you eat something for 6 months consistently, your taste bud naturally adjusts to it? So I know if you're already used to adding salt to your rice, please unlearn it. You can do it. All you need to do is to say, I'm not going to add salt to my white rice. You're going to have salt in the stew. You're going to have salt in the sauce. So why are you adding salt to the white rice? So if you're already used to it, you can start. Look, when I newly got married, this is a story. My husband is used to adding salt to his rice, but he married a dietitian. Sorry about that. You married a dietitian. I can't do that. So, but the rice will not be tasty. But today, he eats rice, plain white rice, no salt added. His taste bud has adjusted, and I'm sure he doesn't even remember that he used to add salt to his own rice when he eats. So it's a thing about training yourself. Remember there is salt in the sauce or in the stew, so you can do without the salt in the plain foods. Even when you want to fry your plantain for children, you want to make dodo, you want to make plantain, why are you adding salt to it? It's already sweet. Even if you add 100 noodles of salt to it, it is sweet, it is sweet. There is no need. Try it. You can fry your plantain for children without salt. Fry another one with salt. Ask the children, did you notice the difference? There is no need. That one is already sweet. So save yourself that stress, or even save yourself that additional salt. That is number 3. Then when you're cooking with something like stockfish, stockfish is well salted. Salt is used in preserving it. So when you're going to cook with stockfish, especially that hard one, soak it overnight. Soak it overnight so that much of the salt used in preservation will drain into the water. Tomorrow you discard. The next day you discard the water, then cook with your stockfish. It's a lot healthier. It's better for you that way. Then if you're hypertensive, I would advise you to go slow on nuts. Nuts are healthy, they are nutritious, but if you're already hypertensive, don't take more than a handful of nuts, because now nuts naturally have sodium in it. Then when roasting or toasting, salt is also added to it to help to make it taste very nice. So limit that. Then finally, water. Very important. You drink water. It helps to balance the sodium in the body. Drink water 2 liters a day, 2.5 and even 3 liters if you can. All right. So I'm just going to end with this so that you remember. Pick 1 or 2 or 3 things that you have learned from here now. Put into practice. These are just measures to ensure that you're not taking more than 2,500 milligrams of sodium every day. I'll open the phone lines for you to join the discussion. Tell me which of these you're going to start to put into practice. Is it number 1? Is it to reduce your seasoning cubes and your salt? Or will it be that you're not going to be eating too much nuts? Will you start drinking water? Will you start soaking your stockfish? Or will you start cooking your rice, plain white rice, without salt? So you will join the discussion after this break.
Did you know proper medical nutrition therapy provided by an experienced dietitian can help you control your sugar level, reduce your blood pressure, reduce high cholesterol, lose excess weight, treat cancer cells, restore kidney function, and gain weight if necessary? Do you struggle with any of the aforementioned? Then call to consult with Dietitian Michelle on 0904 675 8079. Again, 0904 675 8079. Or visit our website at www.dietitianmichelle.com to learn more.
Hello, dietitian.
Hello, sir.
I'm here again. You know I don't joke with my health. At the same time, I want to enjoy my life. Please advise me on what to consider when choosing my swallow. You know that as an African man, I love my swallow.
Well, we have you covered, though. Go for something delicious, nutritious, with lower glycemic index.
Meaning?
It won't spike your blood sugar.
Great.
It should have a high satiety index too.
Please explain.
Meaning, little quantity eaten fills you up and keeps you satisfied for a longer period so that you won't overeat.
Wow. So do you have any recommendations?
Of course, yes. CNC Plantain Smart Mix.
I knew it. I knew I could count on you.
Thanks, Chief. But remember that moderation is important.
Of course. I am ordering a carton right now from the supermarket.
CNC Plantain Smart Mix is a unique blend of unripe plantain and millet in calculated proportions. It is a product of CNC Smart Foods. Grab a pack at Onigbinde Stores, Flourish Supermarket, Murtala Mohammed Way, New Rainbow, Exceptional and Lycon Supermarkets in Rayfield, Lamed, Dilimi and Myconi Pharmacies, as well as several shops near you. You can also call 0904 675 8079. Live well.
Wash bitter leaf and they drink, and there are some research that have said that bitter leaf is good, but there are still a lot of research going on. You may want to wait first to hear the conclusion on bitter leaf before you start. I'm not talking about bitter leaf. When you have washed it and remove the bitterness and cook with, that is not a problem. I'm talking about those who drink that juice, the bitter juice. Now remember that your kidneys, your livers are sensitive. You don't want to damage these organs. So if there's nothing wrong with you, there is absolutely no need for you to take the juice. Just eat the bitter leaf after you have washed it, cook with it, and that's fine. Let's wait for more research. Let's wait for more studies to come out to say, yes, it's safe. Let's drink the juice. Then we can start drinking. All right. So I've come to the end of today's episode. If you are still trying to reach me and you can't, please, you can still connect with me on my social media handle, Dietitian Michelle on Facebook, Dietitian Michelle on Instagram, and on Twitter, Dietitian Michi. If you want to listen to today's episode, then YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle. Next week, I'm going to talk about a very sensitive topic, which is the good fat, omega-3, in hypertension diet. I may have a guest that will join me on next week's episode. So invite your friends, your family, tell them this is going to be a very hot topic. You've heard a lot about omega-3, but you're not sure, you're not clear. You really don't know what to make out of it. Dietitian Michelle is going to make it clear. I'm going to teach about that, and I may have a guest to also join me in the discussion. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you'd like to consult a dietitian, please reach out to us. We'll be glad. If you'd like to talk to Dietitian Michelle, after now, I'll be available. Call dietitian's numbers 0708 987 3497 or 0904 675 8079, and you can reach, consult, or invite me to speak at your event. You know that is what I love to do. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be back next week Tuesday, same time, 6:25 p.m. Have a blessed evening.